Mr. Bowtie's Texas High School Sports Machine is driven by Henry Finley and McCombs Ford West, a proud supporter of all area local sports. McCombs Ford West, simply the best. Hey folks, Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that subscribe button on your screen so that way you can stay up to date on all the great high school and local sports coverage not found anywhere else. And follow me on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie1982. It's fast, it's free, and you'll make my dogs think I'm a superstar. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Last time I saw you, you were wearing SMU. Now you're wearing the purple, which I guess is a combination of red and blue. So I guess you didn't have to do too much on the wardrobe.
Yeah. I actually didn't have a lot of purple before, so I had to stock up my purple and my family as well. But that's just part of the deal. Our profession's strange sometimes. There are opportunities sometimes that are just too good to pass up, and some things present themselves, and just felt like this was the right move for us at the right time, and just excited to be over at TCU and see what we can do.
It's kind of strange because a veteran coach usually doesn't have to have the moniker of replacing a legend, but what Gary Patterson did and all the wins he had and getting TCU into the Big 12, that you have to fill big shoes off of your dad, but you're having to fill just as big shoes with Patterson.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at Gary and the success he had at TCU, it's really unprecedented, just what he was able to do with that program, taking it from all the different leagues they were in to the Big 12 and the success they had in the Big 12. And so, he's certainly a legend, and it's never easy to replace a legend, but we got to do it our way and, try to figure out the best way to come in and, win some championships, and that's why we're there.
The Americans had some great years with SMU, with Cincinnati going to the Final Four, so you go to the Big 12. It's probably not as scary of a jump going from the Group 5 to Power 5, but what is that adjustment besides now going from the east side of the Metroplex now to the west side?
Well, the biggest thing is just recruiting. I think that's the thing that it always boils down to. It's just your ability to go find talent. We feel strong about our ability to develop it, whether it's in our strength and conditioning program or offensively or defensively with the schemes that we run and the things that we do. So it's it's always about going out and finding the right guys. And the good thing is we think we have the ability at TCU to recruit some of the best players and best high school players in the country, and particularly in Texas and particularly in the Metroplex. And so our goal right now is to get those kids on campus, see the facilities, get around our coaches and our players, and we think if they come spend some time with us, they're going to like what they see.
It's kind of strange because the Americans getting poached by the Big 12, and now the Big 12 is getting poached by the SEC. I mean, it's kind of adjusting from one set of realignment problems to another, Sonny.
Yeah. I was in the Big 12 back in 2000 to 2006, and kind of the same thing happened then. The league was a great league back then, with Missouri and Colorado and Nebraska and those teams being involved in it, and then change happened, and then TCU and some programs like that were able to get into the new Big 12, and things change. I mean, that's just the nature of college football in today's world. Is the regional rivalries probably don't mean as much as they used to. I think it's too bad. I mean, I think the older guys like myself that have been around Texas football for a long time wishes that things could stay the same, but that's just not the reality of today's college football world. And so much of it's driven by TV now and all that kind of stuff. So, we got a little sample of realignment. I'm sure we're going to get some more here coming up pretty soon. And again, that's just kind of the nature of the way things go these days.
Because you've been a veteran coach, you've been through this forever, even maybe going back to the NCAA in the 1980s. Do you try to make sense of it, or is it just you sit back and let the earthquake and spinning plates happen and then just wait to see how it all ends up?
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things that we don't have any control over. I mean, they're certainly not coming to us and asking us what do we like and what do we want to do. And so as a result of that, we just try to play the schedule that we have and go recruit the best players and see what happens, and that's just kind of the way it works. So it's one of those things I don't worry too much about. I just try to coach the guys we got and play the schedule we got.